Hey, good evening, Jennifer, Rick. District 12 stretches from Iroquois Park to Riverview Park. Part of this district overlaps the State House district that Republican Jared Bauman flipped in 2022 by beating longtime Democratic incumbent Charles Miller. The difference here might be Blackwell's powerful position as Metro Council's budget chair.
My position is really important on the council. The budget is probably the thing that we spend the most time on as a council.
Rick Blackwell says his goal is to bring as many amenities as possible to his district, like these new pickleball courts at Riverview Park. But he says he has also used his position as budget chair to increase funding for needs throughout the city, like public safety.
It means how do we address speeding in your neighborhoods? And so we've looked at lots of different creative ways that we were able to do that. It means how do I feel safe in this park? I was one of the first council people who put cameras in that are tied to the real-time crime center.
As president of DeSales High School, he says his career in education leadership makes him a great listener and collaborator.
I don't get caught up in silly political things. I just believe that you, in common sense leadership and just being a strong voice for this end of town, and I've been that.
Blackwell's challenger, Jonathan J.J. Joseph, is a history teacher at Butler High School.
I'm concerned about the south end of the future, and that was the big reason I decided to get into this race for sure.
Joseph says he believes Metro Council could be doing more to recruit and retain police officers.
It's not just pays, it's not the reason they're not coming back. If we had an easy solution, then it would have been solved by now. I think so much of this is literally going to the table, doing the ride-alongs with officers and having these conversations and saying, hey, what is it that we need? What is it that you need?
Like Blackwell, Joseph wants to bring more shopping and amenities to South Louisville. One idea he has is to reopen the Sylvania Community Center, currently scheduled to be demolished.
You're not just investing in a building, you're investing in a child when it comes to homework help. You're investing into an adult when it comes to programming. You're investing into a community when it comes to meetings. So it's much more than just investing in a building. It's what that building represents and in the community that it represents.
Now, on paper, Blackwell has the advantage in the number of registered voters in his district, 12,000 Democrats versus about 7,500 Republicans, according to the Jefferson County Clerk's office. But some say many of those registered Democrats are voting Republican, kind of like they did when Governor Matt Bevin was elected those years ago. So we'll see this November. Mark Vanderoff, WLKY News.